why why Morrison had never fired why Morrison had fired Terrence Howell. Morrison had okay. I'm finna just go this whole breakdown thing of why I think it was done for John Favreau to say he didn't want Terrence Howard because he didn't like his performance. I love Terrence Howard's performance. Like I said in my last video, his performance was amazing to me. It was spot on. It's how it was in the comic book. It's how James Rose is in the cartoon. Iron Man, I think it came out in the 95. Like in the early 90s. James Rose always chastised Tony Stark's, his actions. Every time he did something dumb, he chastised him. He checked him on it. Terrence Howard did that perfectly. Then when they played with Don Cheadle, was like, Don Cheadle was hardly ever in Iron Man 2. Iron Man 1, he was there with him in the beginning. He was always there. They had like real chemistry. You felt it there. You felt like, like they was actually real friends. But now Iron Man 2 is like, they don't really know each other. Like, he just dares to be because he's obligated or because he's a fanboy. Pretty much they made, James Rose, Ironheart before he came out before Ironheart appeared in the MCU. And what I thought was done was like, you have him take a pay cut when you promise him money. Okay, so you have him take a pay cut, then you should just say, hey, how about this? You take a pay cut, but then we give you a 3-picture deal of your own solo film with War Machine. Because what I found when I was in college, that War Machine has its own comic book. I didn't know that. I was like, okay, so that's cool. So I'm like, he has his own comic book and he got some villains that sent. He got some leftover Marvel villains and not very obscure villains either. He got like a good roster of villains that they could pull from that you could make the War Machine movie with. Yeah, I think they still actually went with that. Because a deal like that, you earn more than what you supposed to. Because a lot of people be wanting to keep their money. The money that you promised them, they be wanting to get that paid. So he also is an Oscar winner. So you have Oscar winner doing his best performance. And then you had James Roder. I just don't like Don Cheadle's War Machine. I can't help it. He's just like the worst War Machine. I don't like him at all in there. I don't really get what's the point. Yeah, he did for less money, but I mean, this is War Machine right here, man. Now look at some of his villains that he got though. But man, the Abyss. He got something called the Ancestor. Was it Andrew Forson? Okay, there's Ares. Now I don't think, but Andrew Forson would be a good villain to bring in for War Machine. Look, and he worked for AIM. Okay, that'd been really good if they would brought AIM and Iron Man 2, then segue in that War Machine and have War Machine taking on, a faction AIM. I got what this thing is right here, some kind of humanoid dinosaur thing. They got something called Black Barricade, which is a mercenary. That'd been another good villain for him to fight. Okay, Blizzard, I remember him. They could AIM. They could write he's a mutant. Maybe they didn't have right for the X-Men, so they could write where maybe AIM created Blizzard and War Machine fought him. They got another Blizzard. See, I keep telling. See, they have so much they could have done. Butterfly. You got they got Chemstro, whatever his name is. Okay, him got Cold Warrior. This is some of the villains that they actually got listed. You could easily just pick the roster and did like a good behind War Machine movie, and you got so many villains, and some of these are technology and science fiction based monsters where you could put what AIM created them. Look, see, there's a ghost. It said having a brief history wearing Roses. Having a brief history when Rose wore the Iron Man armor. See, they could put him. See, they could have easily put Ghost in Iron Man 2. And and they could show the whole thing when James Rose took on the Ghost and AIM until Tony Stark came to his senses and put down the ball. This is what happened if they would do the Demon Ball storyline Iron Man 2. And then, to me, yeah, because Whiplash was a one and done villain, man. After he did him, after he got defeated by Tony, man, you should have left him sitting there in the prison. That's it. There's no point of freeing him. The whole thing was done. You should have made what Ghost stole the plan for the arc reactor. That's how they got. Not because Because Whiplash's dad worked on the art reactor with Tony's dad. Ghost stole the idea. He stole it. Like, probably in Iron Man 2, he probably stole it because he went there in a plan to look at, cause he looked through from plans to try to find the armor or something to do with that, and he just came across the art reactor. Or he found some old plans or something. I don't know. You could write where he was just stealing different technology and everything. Or maybe not even have it where last thing was in part. But it had like a prototype thing. He managed to get some blueprints off the mainframe, off the hard drive that Sting had. You could easily insert him in there where he went through there and took some stuff before Tony even had it cleaned off. Where he took all the armor out of there. Cause remember, he had a Stain, he had Obadiah Stain had the boys to scan Tony's art reactor after he took out Tony's chest. So that would make sense. You could tie in right through there and put where AIM was just taking stuff from there. Because you have the Stark Expo, and you could have where AIM was just taking technology, stealing it, and they had working with the Nazis like in and he broke into Shield and took some there, stuff out there, some Heiser weapons, and AIM has all that. That would have been a good way to tie them there. Just tie them to them that's being to different parts of MCU by just fighting the same villains and find out what's going on with these villains. Is that they don't make use of them and stop killing every villain off. I mean, War Machine has enough of a rose gallery to create a amazing 3-part of his own trilogy alone. In Terrence Howard, so you got to deal with not Don Cheadle, who to me is still is a worse War Machine. And they got different War Machine armors that he could have been donning. Look at the governor. I can't pronounce her name. Okay, not Graviton, not Grey Gargoyle. Okay, Gunship be another good one for him. Yep, Nosha. I mean, it's like it's certain villains that they could have picked. Ones that make sense for live action movies that they could really pick. But like I said, Living Laser, you could put where maybe he's created by AIM. Because a lot of these villains, you could create them through AIM. That's what I really don't get about them. It's like, you have so much potential with all your characters, but you did drop the ball. And some of you got this Iron Man villains that they could have put in the movie too. Because they got Morgan Stark. They could bring him in with Mr. Hyde. And I'm thinking these are villains they could have used for the War Machine movie and kept Terrence Howard in there and just gave him this. Deal. Okay, here you go. Let's go do the War Machine movie. Some of the villains' names I can't pronounce. These are obscure characters that I never even heard of. Okay, you got Spy Master. Okay, he could have been good for anybody. You got another Spy Master. You could easily use both of these guys in different carnations. For Black Widow, Hawkeye. You put a War Machine with tracking the Spy Master. And he ran into Black Widow and Hawkeye. That's another way to tie them in, like doing guest cameos. See, he has an incredible good source of villains. I mean, that way we see him laying the Patriot armor. I mean, you can show where he got the Patriot armor, created, and you can show where he got from the. Okay, now War Machine got new armor, which is Patriot armor that we never see him use. He just lands in it, and then that's it. I know you could show that in Iron Man. So yeah, War Machine movie came out, the Iron Man 2. Then Iron Man 3 happened. Then you can show that okay, this is why he wasn't with Tony. Right, why he didn't join the Avengers, because he was off in the War Machine armor doing something else. And you could easily tie that in, like have a War Machine 2 comes out before Iron Man 3 and tie that in together, where they just sitting there talking, having a conversation. The Don Cheadle character don't do anything. Then it made him boring, man. Mirror was in Age of Ultron when he's laying it down. He trying to tell that same dry joke talking about I laying down with this tank. I said, thank you. I mean, you just turn him to a punchline. He doesn't do anything. Him and Tony don't even interact. They don't even seem like they're friends. He just seems like some bumbling, dumb asshole that's around Tony all the time, like some fanboy. It's like this what they wanted to take the character because they felt he was overshadowing Tony, Terrence. See, like Terrence Howard performance overshadowing, Robert Downey Jr.'s character, but it wasn't. To me, they play off each other very well, but then they brought down Children. It's like those two don't play off each other. I feel no chemistry there. There's really nothing there for them. And War Machine became like a bit above the joke. I'm saying they could have did a lot with War Machine. They could have did a lot with Terrence Howard. They would have kept him on, offer him a better deal. I'm pretty sure you probably offer him his own War Machine movie 3-picture deal. He would have stayed on. He probably wouldn't mind taking a pay cut as long as y'all promise to up his pay on his own movie. Because he donned the War Machine armor and the Patriot armor. No, he was Iron Patriot. I mean, I keep saying Patriot armor. I mean Iron Patriot. Definitely would. War Machine and Iron Patriot. Instead of giving Ironheart something, so he gave War Machine. Because we already have a basically, it's kind of, you don't call him a knockoff Iron Man. You gotta have a black guy. You ever have a black person in the armor, Iron Man like armor, okay? And James Rose, he had the War Machine suit. He had the Iron Patriot suit. We didn't need Ironheart. Now, if they did want to do a girl version of Iron Man, like somebody like Ironheart, like Riri Williams, why not make her the niece of James Rose? That would be a better way to do it, where she'll fascinate with War Machine and Iron Man, and when I see like, wow, my uncle is War Machine. That's cool. Kind of like how Henry Cavill's nephew found it. If you don't know the story, there's a story that his little boy kept. Brother-in-law was Henry Cavill and told him, can you come to school with this is his nephew. This is the kid is Henry Cavill's nephew by marriage. And what I'm getting at, you could roll like that where she looked up to her uncle and she loved that what him and Iron Man was doing, him and Tony started doing. So she decided, like they said Marvel dudes inspired the next generation to inspire the youth. She got inspired to try to make her own Iron suit. Like Lava do. A lot of us inspired to try to make her own Iron suit. You could roll, that was Riri Williams' idea. She just inspired to make a Iron Man suit. Not because Iron Woman suit, but not because you need a female, you need this. No, she just looked up to him and she thought it was pretty cool to have a suit of armor. And like a lot of kids said, when kids are little, when they get hurt, they say they want to make an everything proof suit, but they don't get hurt, they don't feel vulnerable. You could have played off of that as well too. There's so much you could do, so many amazing things you could do with Ruby Rooms, but no, you had to turn into a mirror suit. I'm like a way Palpatine. She can do everything. And that's one thing I really wish they would go through and fix, because you have a lot of potential in the War Machine, but you dropped the ball in it, as usual, Marvel. But that's all I got to say for this video. I will talk to you in the next one. Peace.